Hello everybody, and welcome to Not the Silver Case.
Is the gameplay visible?
Not yet, but it's gonna be in a second.
Okay, I will.
Hello. Yeah, so we finally finished the Silver Case, so here's something new. And not niche. Yeah, basically.
It's
and then
not
look
niche for a niche.
And do you know what else is not niche?
No.
Wait, never mind. I
You lost the bit. Terrible job. Terrible job.
was gonna say, you know what else is not niche? The silver case. No, wait, I remember it now. I got the bit now. Do you remember what else is?
Take two on the bit.
Valhalla is not. The silver case.
Wow, you dropped the ball so
Excellently done.
unbelievably hard.
That was
Pick
terrible.
the ball up to purposefully drop it again.
It's okay.
Alrighty then, so here, I'm gonna... Alright, so let me just go ahead and,
Gay ghost!
okay, hold on
I'm
a
going
second.
gay.
Hold on a second, people can't see the game yet, hold on a second. There we go.
Now I'm going to see the game.
Apparently this is the Ballad of a Gay Ghost update.
Wait, was this like DLC for like Valhalla 4?
I don't
So,
fucking know.
I want to note that the thing changes every so often. It's randomized, technically. It's much like, again, this will be an odd comparison considering the fact that it's coming from me. It is like much like how Minecraft will have random ass messages when you boot it up in the main menu.
Oh yeah, those weird ones.
Okay. So it is worth mentioning that there's apparently a sequel that's coming out at some point in the next century.
I believe yeah, it's in development hell because
They are escaping from Venezuela, that's correct.
yeah, they
Oh.
I don't
hey,
know
we
how
got-
to get to Venezuela. I leave.
Hey, we got HD Rumble for this. Yeah, this is also the Switch version, by the way. Let's see.
Is it necessary to have Rumble?
Nah, yeah, sure. So before we actually start the game proper, there's the prologue to play.
There is 3 days.
Well, no, so there's a demo
Wait,
and we
what
have
the
a
fuck?
3-day prologue.
I don't think the
What?
demo's worth it.
No, wait, hold on a
it's
second. No, demo's worth it. It establishes a character.
Wait, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let
I
the intro rock though.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, we already fucking skipped it. Oh well.
It's a
Well,
good
that's
intro.
out of gay
I
ghost.
know.
Gallon of a
Anyways.
babe. I can't.
So do we want to do prologue or do we want to do Anna first?
Prologue.
I mean, a prologue's ready to begin, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. We'll do day one.
Yeah.
Friday, December 9th.
Wait.
Good evening.
This is Yukon.
Oh.
I would say give her an air of tomboyishness, but it should be jolly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least one of my employees showed up.
Huh? What about Gil?
He mumbled something about holes and pests and asked for a couple days off.
Business as usual then?
Not quite.
How so?
I mean us, not Gil. Business will be a tad different throughout the week. We got booked.
That's a new one. Who made the booking?
The Safar Toy Company. They make toys for dogs. It's their anniversary or something like that.
We usually don't reserve the bar. Why do it this time?
The clients are adorable.
Excuse me?
You'll see.
Anything special I should know?
They'll give you a ticket to trade in for any drink they want. Just do your usual thing.
Fair enough.
I'll be in my office. Call me if you need me.
Sure. Well then...
Oh.
Ooh, the music!
That's right here. We can.
The
At least
Wow.
put every...
orange.
Put every...
Every day's night goes
every
off.
day-
Let's go, Joshy!
Every day's night,
day's
12
night.
night.
Let's go, gang!
Yeah.
Time to mix drinks and change lives.
Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot there's. So this is actually okay. We don't actually have. We don't have
Seven, you're up.
rolls for. Yeah, here, fine. Go ahead.
Wait, me?
No,
Sim.
Sim. Since he's here.
Excuse me, I'll have a grizzly temple. Hello?
A dog? A talking dog.
I can see this being a Root or Sim character, yeah.
Are you with the Safar Toy Company?
Yeah, did I arrive too early?
No. The clients are adorable son of a bitch. A Grizzly Temple, right? Coming right up. Stop Grizzly Temple.
Welcome back, Joe. Let's see, we want to get a G. Example. So let's see, we want 3 aldehyde, 3 Bronson extract, 3 powdered delta, 1 in carametrine, or carmotrine. Let's see, take 3 of this bitch. 3 of this bitch. 3 of this one.
Oh wow, this is
1 carmotrine.
played this with a fucking mouse and keyboard.
Yep.
Like I keep a mouse.
Blend it.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
Who here has not played this game? Because I haven't.
I have not.
I have not.
So it's worth mentioning that I
Never
have
heard of
played
it.
this game, but I played it in my freshman year of college. That was over 5 years ago.
I have played this game up to day 4 in the original, and during my entire day 4, I had no idea these fucking prologues existed.
I played this game, I didn't know there was a fucking pros.
I recently finished this game.
Also, figures I was in the car whenever the intro was happening, so I couldn't read any of that exposition.
But what was it?
Let me see.
Oh, you gotta serve it. Okay, there we go.
I started it
Here you go.
Thanks.
This is gonna be a long weekend, isn't it?
Here. Hey, is this Bronson extract here produced using organic roots?
I don't know that information.
Anyone I can talk to about that?
Here? Right now? No.
But you should have that information on hand.
Every BTC certified bar is no different from a fast food chain. You get the same supplies as everyone else. Ask BTC officials if you want to know.
But you should.
But we don't.
But
Saying that we should over and over isn't going to change reality.
give me something with lots of Bronson extract then.
Okay?
All right.
Something with lots of Bronson.
So we have to go by flavor. God, this is so fucking weird. I
The
wish.
keyboard-
I
Are you
wish-
using
I'm using this as a controller because it's the Switch version of the game. I think bitter drinks would constitute being Bronson extract ones. Okay, so let's see, bitter, sunshine cloud. This has got 4. Oh, here we go. That's got a lot of Bronson. We're gonna go through each one and find out one that has the most Bronson extract. Piano Woman, I think. That's
Veterinarian.
Hang on 1 second. Okay, 6? Okay, Mars Blast has 6.
Go with the Mars Blast then. That seems
Yep, we're gonna blast Mars. Okay.
good.
I will say that I had a similar encounter. Although it was
The dogs?
way more- well, no.
Grade.
I wish he was careless. It was a dude asking me what was in the meat, and my reply was,
Meat.
I don't know.
The meat is in the meat. What the fuck?
like they asked what, this if it's whatever the fuck, but I was like, I don't.
Here.
What the hell is this?
Your order.
This is what Bronson extract tastes like?
Sorta? Yeah.
Well, fuck that noise. It's not worth the effort.
No, it's not.
Hey!
Alright.
Oh, so it's Joshy.
No, this...
no, wait,
actually,
alright.
I'm voicing this one, yeah. Excuse me.
Thank God a person.
Well, as much of a person as it doesn't need a driver can be.
What I mean is, why are there so many dogs? Why? Dogs, why?
Well, the Corgis created the Safe Our Tour company, and they've been doing a great job, so...
A company run exclusively by dogs. Really?
And a good one at that. The only problem is that they have not so discreet preference for hiring Corgis exclusively.
Why?
Something about being more comfortable around their own kind.
Are you with them?
Well, I do prefer Corgis, but...
No, I mean, are you living with them?
Yeah, I'm only here because the law requires at least one humanoid on the payroll.
Does the law really cover such scenarios? Why pick a job like this?
Because it means I'm surrounded by Corgis all day long.
Valid.
Designated driver woes aside, it's the closest thing to heaven. Although to be fair, I'm not much of a drinker anyway.
I see. Well, to each their own. Are you gonna drink anyway?
Do you have anything non-alcoholic?
Let's see what I can fetch you.
Did you intend to make a pun?
A pun?
You want something non-alcoholic?
Alcoholic? Let's see.
I'm assuming it's not a fedora. Let's see. Well, we can just go through the fucking catalog.
I thought it was anything without the car remote.
Optional Karmatrine?
Sugar Rush, yeah.
Huh.
That's the alcohol, isn't it?
I mean, I think it says non-alcoholic on the thing. So that's the Zen Star. Optional.
Notice something inaccurate about this. It says ZR is the mix, but isn't ZR the families?
Shut the fuck up.
You can never escape.
Alan, answer your question.
I mean, I don't know, I might be blasting Karametrine, you don't know. I'm sorry, Karmatrine. You want to say Karametrine? I'm guessing that the actually wait a second. This one's like distinctly non-alcoholic.
And what? No Karametrine. I was joking.
Yeah, here. Well, yeah, it says there's no caramel. I'm guessing it's just the fucking thing. Yeah, it says sobering, so I'm guessing that means there's no alcohol. Alright, Bronson, Delta, some Flanner Grade. That's it.
Oh, that's one day. Alright. Is it mixing? Is shaking it a lot faster? Or
No, I think you just have to like get it like thoroughly.
Remy!
There's a corgi in the bar. It fits for once. Here.
Thanks. Sure this is an alcoholic?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Listen, I need to know. Is it really going to be owning corgis today? Is that all I'm gonna do all night and serve the same kind of dog over and over?
The vast majority of them are Pembroke Welsh Corgis.
Adorable.
There are a couple of Cardigan Welsh Corgis. The
Equally
relationship
adorable.
between the two breeds is a tad difficult. So the Cardigans weren't invited. So yeah, I guess I'll be serving the same kind of dogs all night.
No, I mean... Isn't there some other human I might talk to today?
There's a woman on staff, but she couldn't come today.
No boy.
Is that a problem somehow?
It's not really a problem. We've survived worse than this. Like that time when an AA meeting came here asking for non-alcoholic stuff only. But just thinking about the fact that I'm only serving drinks to dogs. Not at some point, all choices in my life led to me serving drinks to a group of talking dogs. It's one of those moments that make you want to stop and rethink where your life is going.
Do you perhaps not like this job?
I do, I love every second of this job, but dogs. It's like a fashion designer suddenly realizing he's designing edible underwear.
I still want to see what your problem is with dogs, but I'm not going to force the subject. Well, I'm going to try entertaining myself for a bit.
The stuff for playing pool is underneath the table.
I know I'm cutting this off, but add-on in chat says you probably should go.
What about
Gotcha.
I will go
But-
onto the ground and hear for myself.
Well, I'm glad this isn't the main game.
Get all our settings set up now.
Is
But
this
also,
the
every
main-
day is banging. No, this is just a
This is just a
prologue.
prologue.
Shut the
But
fuck up.
I
Every
thought
day
Orange
is
Split Night 1.
Let's keep going.
Prologue is a couple nights.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for the information.
Call if you need another drink.
Sure.
It
Do I?
says Lady
I-
Banner, so
Is
take it
that
away, Rindy.
Well, Randy, you heard her.
okay? I'm feeling happy, so I'll get everyone around.
Actually, it's a free bar.
I won't let you spoil my mood. I want a fringe weaver.
Coming right up.
That is the most Scottish Welsh corgi I've ever heard in my life.
I know, right?
Luke, I don't actually know what the Welsh is.
I-
I don't expect I will have to work for
Well,
myself.
Randy, here's a tip for the Welsh accent. Make sure you have a very adorable speech impediment.
4, 5,
What?
6, 7, 8,
Did
9.
you not see, wait, have you never seen that video? Have you never seen that video?
I mean, I can.
It's of
I
that
can't-
lady.
I don't think she's
that
ever
Welsh
seen that
lady
video.
That that's reading a comment saying that your speech
You
impediment
didn't
is
age
so cute.
my guy.
Oh, fuck, did I do it too much? Ah, shit.
No,
And
you
then she
didn't
said she's
age
just
it.
Welsh.
Oh, I forgot to age it. Ah, shite.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Someone shit listening to their parents bicker? That sucks. Shit. Anyways, here
Press
we will
what?
age. Sugar, bam. What?
Oh,
wait,
and it's mixed. You
oh.
let it blend.
Ah, fuck. Okay. I've only had to blend drinks this far. God damn. Look. Is that enough? Okay, there we go. Here's your fringe weaver.
Here you go.
Still an awesome day.
Moriaki says,
Oh.
hi, B.
Hi. Oh, more. Hi, Aki.
Dragon fucker! AAC!
Oh, yeah, what's an alpha male gotta do to get some service?
He's even green. He's green. He's green.
Jeez, it's fucking
I love
AC
this
through
game.
and through. When may I serve you?
Beer, and quickly!
Did you snap into the mic?
He did. Coming right up.
Jesus Christ.
God.
AC sees green, grabs him. I look at the name and go, nah, I'm good.
It's because green is the color
Little
of
did they
slime.
know that I was actually scratching my
That
head.
is
It was not
that
a
is
snap.
that is the perfect combination. That is the AC character. His name is Dragon Fucker, and he yells about being an alpha male the second you meet him.
Wait, did we ever talk? Did AC ever show interest in fucking a dragon?
No, I just think no. It's like that's the perfect AC name. It's just so
Well, I mean,
wild and out of
clearly,
nowhere.
clearly he endorses it because
If
he
AC had a throwaway,
he
I'd fucking
embodies
account.
this role.
I'll make sure to buy him a
Probably.
bad dragon dildo.
You ever bone a dragon to death? Talking about
Oh
going
my
out
god,
with a
here
bang.
you go. Take your drink.
Damn, you're a slow piece of shit!
That was the fastest drink I've served.
I like to think that, like, Stupefied by Disturbed played as he exited the building.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
boss. What's the opposite of deja vu again?
It's just a wobbling little corpse.
Jamais-vous.
Yeah, that.
Are you having a premonition?
Something like that. The dog felt uncannily familiar. Are you bored?
Not really. I was playing with the darts a bit ago. Thought about playing pool, but all the other clients are, thumb challenged. Sorry if this sounds rude, but why was the dart box so dusty?
You're the first person to play in a year or so. I've been here, that's actually... Well, that is a sentence. So I've been here that actually played darts. Or played with darts. That is a sentence structure. I think even my boss forgot they existed.
By the way, how are the dogs as clients?
We've had worse.
Have you had someone come in and gnaw chairs to pieces?
Yes, she was testing out her new mechanical teeth. She got banned from entering any BTC bar after that.
With anecdotes like that, you think serving dogs would feel totally normal.
You'd be wrong, because even then, we were talking about humans. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've served a dog or two in my time, but they usually come in with someone. And they never talk.
Now that I think about it, I think the drink's banned for dogs.
Absolutely! Now you worry about that.
I mean, B, you don't actually know what karma train is. Maybe it's fine.
You see,
Alright.
if Kaneko just put some beer in her dog's bowls, it would be very
Please do not put beer in your
Oh
dog's
my,
bowl.
do that, dude! Why are you throwing me under the bus?
Maybe karma train is perfectly safe.
No, but no, they aren't. Only cappuccino monkeys are at risk if they drink those chemicals.
What's a cappuccino?
Anyway, you want anything to drink?
Surprise me. They keep it non-alcoholic.
Sure. A non-alcoholic surprise, whatever that means.
Oh, like a cappuccino. Oh, okay. It was a pun. It was
Optional.
a pun.
So let's see. So yeah, anything with optional Karametrine. So let's do a sugar rush then.
Sorry, 1 second.
You know, because of the fact that I'm the one doing the drinks, but B's the one talking, I feel like fucking Ern just behind the counter, actually bothering to mix the drinks.
They are us making the drinks.
Just handing it over. Jesus Christ. Here you go.
Fix me up a Kamui Uehara.
Thank you.
Yo, he has silver eyes!
Yo!
Oh
Silver
my god.
This might sound
They're
weird.
desperate. They're desperate for more silver case in their life. They're attracted to anybody with silver.
Hey,
eyes
listen. Monday we're doing Flower, Sun, and Rain. Don't worry about it.
now. Are we?
Yeah, we are.
We are.
Name yourself Dragon Fucker.
Ah, forget about it.
This might sound weird to ask, but they are talking through their collars, right?
That's right.
How do they work?
It's not too hard, really. They're just translators. They read the dog's brains and turn their thoughts into words. Do keep in mind that today's dog breeds have more cognitive capacity than their ancestors. If the translator on dogs from a decade ago, they wouldn't work like they do now.
Yeah, I read something about that once. Another question. Why do they wear those small tuxedos?
It's good for PR.
You don't say.
Well, it'll be a bit before we go for the day. Any other questions?
Yes. Why the fuck do these dogs want to get drunk?
They see humans do it and they think that might be fun.
Just like teens, then.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, Roboot, since you're here. What can I serve you?
Have changed.
Excuse me?
Can't stop hearing it on the back.
A moonblast? A big moonblast? Alright then.
Here, I gotta make Robot a little bit louder. Give me a second.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I had him at 44%.
Oh.
Seems like
you have to make him louder. Gotcha. I was
Man,
like,
I can't believe Jill can't. I couldn't believe Robu couldn't handle the dragon fucker alpha male style.
So,
He wants a big one.
yeah,
You
so I guess
doubled it.
just, so just double everything. Alright.
So this game is giving me vibes of like
Yes.
Papers,
Let's
Please
see, that's
to an
12, 2 Flanagrade, and 4 Karametrine.
extent. I feel like
All
you
in the
could
rocks and
combine-
On the
blended. So, ice, and then get that shit.
I feel like you combine this game and Papers, Please into making like a retail hell simulator visual novel.
Here.
Moon!
Was that a good moon or a bad moon?
Probably.
Hey! Revy K. I fucking. Oh, is he doing like Pig Latin or some shit?
Sounds like it.
I can
E,
do one.
Revis K, Pike Skay, Leaspay.
That's a much better fit
Noir.
than me. Go
yeah,
ahead,
do
Noir.
it, Noir.
Of course, I can do the paper.
A crevice spike? Sure.
Ooh yay, understand way, Ime.
I was a kid too.
Dog is crossbow.
Dog wants a strike.
Just Roboot.
Fuck, were you able to translate that? Holy shit.
Just Roboot. Your moons were killing me, man.
I mean, I know Pig Latin. It's just dumb.
Wait, optional camera mode.
We're gonna get this dog fucking wasted.
Get this dog crunked.
No.
Wait, can you make purple drinks in this game?
No!
Shut
up!
Also, actually, no.
Alright, new rule. If you ain't from Houston, don't talk about lean. I'm tired.
You know
No,
what? You know
I'm
what?
making a better rule. All
You know
lean is
what?
banned.
Thank
You know what?
you.
I was gonna hold off on lean. I was like, you know what? I'm not a big fan, but now people are telling me no.
You're it.
Listen, man, I'm tired.
Angstay.
Alright, one more drink before we wrap things up.
What do you want?
I'm not picky. Give me anything.
Of course. Anything you said. I'm assuming it's still non-alcoholic.
Yeah, I'll probably just give him something that's not alcohol.
I mean, they didn't say they don't want.
I don't want this dude to get in a fucking car crash. That's not canon.
I mean,
Yeah.
when they even get drunk?
I'm gonna.
I want you to fire all your alcohol into that man.
I'll just give him a sparkle star.
Maybe they just don't like camera shooting cut together.
This is just mixed. There we go.
Question, are you on a time constraint in this game?
No.
Not at all.
Or can you
But
take your time
here.
mixing?
You can.
You can take your time. You can
Thanks.
do
If
whatever.
you mess up, if you mess up with drinks 3 times, I think you can't serve them anymore.
Oh.
So, what exactly do you do? Sorry if that's rude to ask.
I guess I'm what people call an office boy.
Why is it Joshy playing this character?
Because I wanted to do deal. He looks cool.
Fair
My duties usually involve looking for things, answering a few calls, that sort of stuff. But this being a dog-run company, there are a lot more responsibilities. Like getting stuff off of shelves and opening windows. At least they pay well.
I see. And how did you end up in that position? Where'd you get that offer?
My neighbor is the owner of one of the dogs. He told me they needed thumbs.
Figures. They are celebrating the company's anniversary, right?
Yeah. 5 years ago, 3 corgis became dissatisfied with the quality of existing dog toys. So they founded this company. They got the money from their owners, if I remember correctly.
I can see that happening somehow.
The SEC is the second biggest dog toy company in the world. Fun fact, they started as Safar toy development.
Ain't that unfortunate?
Randy!
Indeed.
Hello.
Huh?
The bar's favorite sweetheart has arrived.
Oh my god, I love her.
Aw.
Why are you so quiet?
I'm waiting for the end of this cheers to stop.
This isn't a sitcom.
You joke.
Ah, honey, how innocent.
Excuse me? You are...
I'm the lovely Dorothy Hayes, and you're Sir. Wait, you're Lilium. Not at your service, then.
Huh?
Don't be rude to other clients.
Racist bitch.
What? Whoa!
What?
Holy shit! Con, she's...
If
Con...
anything, that's robophobic, if anything.
Yeah,
That's
she-
robophobic.
Also,
Self-robophobia.
she's also a Lilum.
Khan said the self-hate is strong. Anyway,
Okay, I need to go back because I don't know what Khan was talking about. I'm looking through
It's
like
fine.
a flipping feature.
Oh my god.
Kinda. I've been coming here religiously for the past 3 months now. 3 months! I come here to see your charming face, and you say I'm just kind of a regular? For shame, honey, for shame.
Sorry, I guess.
Nothing if you're doing one solo.
Won't do.
Huh? You playing hard to get?
I think I'm going to hell.
Even if I wanted to give you a drink, we're booked for the whole weekend.
Don't you think you should at least put a sign out in front or something?
Hey, I only found out myself just a few minutes ago.
You're gonna have one of my tickets if you're okay with it.
I see no problem.
Oh, you're so sweet. If you're at least 40% organic, I would give you a discount.
Discount.
You don't need to know.
So, who booked you? This guy?
The Safar Toy Company.
What did they do?
They create dog toys.
Oh, lovely.
It's also run by dogs.
Oh, don't joke like that.
You think I'd kid about something like that?
You mean that if I turn around, I'd see dogs?
Yeah, didn't you see them when you came in?
I just entered without looking anywhere else but the bar.
You look troubled.
I'm not too much of a dog person. Even charge extra if the clients want it doggy style.
Oh.
Doggy?
You don't need to know.
I'm gonna take this ticket and trade it in next Monday. I'm leaving right now.
The ticket would expire by then, though.
Look like the kind of girl that will hold you to your promise regardless.
Is it that obvious?
Well, I have to gather the cabs outside. Keep it up, bartender. Good night.
Yeah, you too. Good night. Come again.
Alright, sirs, the night's over. You have kennels you need to return to.
All done?
Yeah. Boss, how'd you end up being booked by dogs?
I know some dogs myself.
Huh. And you told me you were booked for the whole weekend, right?
That's right. Please bear with it. We're all doing our part after all.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go for today. Bye.
Take care.
Good evening.
Day 2 of serving dogs. Are you ready?
No.
Cheer up!
No.
That attitude will make things easier for yourself.
Serving dogs won't ease things either. Have you heard anything from Gil?
Nope, but he should be having fun, wherever he is. Also, did you know we had darts?
Yeah, I did.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because that's the kind of stuff you should just assume. The target board usually comes with a set of darts. Do you like darts, boss?
Not particularly, but now I owe an apology to someone. Anyway, call me if you need anything.
Sure. Well then...
We're gonna keep it like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Time to mix drinks and change lives. Oh hey, can I have a big beer, please? Time for me to talk to myself. Thank God a human.
You get used to it.
Sure, coming right up.
Give her a big beer.
I mean, Con, you have so many characters. I think you get used to it. I don't think any of us do it enough to get used to it.
Look at that orange.
I get used to it. I got used to it.
Oh wait, whoopsies.
Again, Danganronpa V3 stream, I'm doing Suichi and fucking Kibo. Not only that, but what was it? Numeneko, I'm also having to do sometimes.
Yeah, but your characters usually show up around each other.
Here. Thank you. May I ask what you do for these dogs, Miss, Beatrice, but everyone calls me Betty. And why do you need to know that? if you've been stuck with dogs all day, you'd also be curious when a human walks in. Fair enough. I'm their veterinarian, which is why I wanted this person.
Not her being called Beatrice.
Oh, I mean that too, but like that was the secondary. They're all your clients. Yeah, company issued vet. I mean, I have my own office, but it's in their building. So you're Betty the vet. Oh, cram it.
Oh, it's Betty.
Sorry, I'm not in the mood for a pun. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the mood for puns right now. I'll keep it in mind. Anything else I might need to avoid bringing up around you besides puns? Enhancements, but that's harder to shove in the conversation in the first place. Noted. What do you have against enhancements anyway? They're unnatural. They go against the very idea of human evolution. But there's a certain wall that humans can't cross without enhancements. It's not like having something replaced will automatically make you an expert in things. If anything, getting enhancements sets you back until you get used to it. Yeah, but it just makes things too easy on paper. Anyone with money can replace their body parts and call it a day. But you have a point. Skill doesn't ship with enhancements, at least not yet. Sorry for the outburst, I have my story with enhancements. Oh, I don't mind. It's more entertaining than serving drinks to talking dogs. Sorry. Speaking of which, that's my job right now. Do you want another drink? I'm fine for now. Call me if you need anything. Sure.
I mean, that's basically Dragon Factor Jr.
Alright, who's forcing this one?
Hey, have you seen a red dot?
Aw.
I've seen many things in my life, but a red dot, not today, no.
Do you have any red drink? The way because the color changed his fucking text, and I think that's an error.
What is that name?
You ever red drinks? Any red drinks?
Worm Frigger.
Yeah, I get
It's
that.
it's the lesser version of Dragon Fucker.
Is that
Red
why you
drink?
My man Worm just can't handle the alpha male style.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
the drink might know something.
Right. A red drink.
Alright, let's see. What's red and drink?
Is it Bleeding Jane?
Oh yeah, Bleeding Jane's probably a good one. Alright, so let's see. We need 1 Bronson, 3 Powdered Delta, and 3 Flan Grade, and then we just blend it.
Oh, Mars Blast is probably also red. Let's see.
This is very red.
Okay.
It's
Here.
bleeds.
Thanks. Okay, punk, hear me out. Hit me where that red dot went, or I'll drink you. I'm not bluffing. I'll drink you all up.
Huh.
Bangkok bastard.
Those damn Pomeranians, they think they can come and take our jobs.
Excuse me?
We've been getting some serious media attention because the company only hires corgis.
Must be a slow news day.
But you know what I say? It's good that we don't hire anyone else. We don't need more racists ruining our workflow!
I'm so glad that Reboot jumped at being the racist.
Next thing you know, they'll be asking us to hire cats!
Wouldn't other races bring new skills to the company?
Shut up! What do you know? Now give me a bad touch!
Alright.
Drunk this.
A bad touch for the dog.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing that dogs are not totally sapient.
I want you to pour
somebody
all the
clip
karma
that.
tree
That
you
was
have into this
gold.
drink.
We're only
You need to
putting
get that
4.
racist crunked. Oh.
Here.
Racist crunked?
Maybe we can cancel. Hell yeah.
Racist dogs. What are the odds? It's so good I get to voice Jill. Wait, if I can't tell the difference between them, does that make me racist too? Would it matter if you're racist against racists?
Yes.
Reverse racism doesn't exist.
The answer is yes, it is bad.
Bartender, please stop dozing off. I need booze. Sorry, what can I get you? I'll have a Zen Star. Sure.
Do these drinks cost anything to make, or?
Yeah, well, no, they do cost money. But the
They're
money
all
doesn't
being paid
matter.
for by the company.
Also, it's just flavor text.
In the actual game, serving drinks, depending on the amount of money, will actually have an impact on certain aspects of the gameplay.
Is the
And you
prologue
will
a
make
tutorial?
money.
I put too much powdered extract in that.
No, it's just it is a prologue to the story. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can call it a tutorial too, but...
I mean, we're gonna be doing the demo, which is the actual tutorial.
Wait a second,
God.
what are we playing right now?
Valhalla.
No, I mean,
Prologue.
Bartender action game.
no, but I
We're
mean, like,
playing the prologue.
oh, because it says free
Here.
play.
When it's done.
Thank you.
I just noticed that the TV channel
Hmm.
changes.
It's open bar.
Or you
Something
change that
on your
with
mind?
bun press, I think.
Willing to lend an ear? It's in the job description, kind of. Alright then. So, you mentioned the thing about talking dogs. I thought people throughout the ages have always dreamt about talking to animals. Never mind the fact that we could always understand their body language. I have an interesting story about this later.
Oh,
Now that we understand them, what do we find out? They're just very adorable little office workers. Actually, scratch that. I've yet to meet a furry office worker with half the charisma as these little guys.
jeez.
Doesn't
One,
even
it's
does.
Yeek. Anon, stop social commentating this game. You're scaring the chat. Please.
He's not
What is-
scaring the chat.
You met furry office workers?
Scaring the orange boy.
I've seen my share of the world, bartender. Sounds like you're tired. It's fleas and tick season. I am tired. So you're Don't you dare. Well, this whole free bar thing is nice though, I guess. Would have been nicer if we actually had time to get properly ready. What do you mean? I found out about the booking yesterday as I was getting ready. Did the client ask for something special? Was there something I needed to know about them? My boss didn't specify anything. All she said was pretend like it's any other day. That's a screw up on our end. Sorry. They were desperately looking for a place to celebrate. I was actually surprised to find how they got a place. Why all the sudden plans? Did they forget their anniversary or something? We found a place, but the Cardigans were the first ones that hired it. Then some stupid argument arose and the Cardigans decided they didn't want to have any Pembrokes at their party. I swear to God, these dogs are like annoying little suburban kids. What are these Cardigans I keep hearing about? Oh, just another kind of corgi, except for different fur color and a slightly different attitude. All this is so silly. I've seen dogs play with cats, dogs play with other dogs. And dogs mating with dogs twice their size. Well, that's what happens when you have dogs mimicking their owners. Reboot.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
huh?
I mean, nothing. I mean, that's the reason they're in the bar in the first place.
Noir, you commenting on the dog racism in the chat's very funny, but then you just posted a picture of like actual dogs underneath that, so that seems very funny out of context now.
Oh, you want to hear scary? You should hear about my time with the Hydra.
Oh my god.
You know what they have 8 of, but you'll never
Hey,
guess
someone
what they
get Dragon
have
Fucker out of
16
here.
But I guess the media focus on the Pembrokes probably didn't help. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have dogs to... Yeah. Oh, yeah, do your job, don't mind me.
Hey, buddy!
Hello?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
You?
I am. Whoa, thanks, buddy!
What can I serve you?
Well, a big sunshine cloud would be nice.
Coming right up. This dog wants a sunshine cloud.
That is
Oh,
very
okay.
much a robot dog.
Glory be to the
about
tortilla
talking
bowl.
to animals. This happened on a day I was not working at my clinic, but apparently a cat had like somehow got out of our clinic and like ran. And that we are working on a busy street. And so we had all our staff members trying to find it. Oh, here.
Oh, you're cutie. Doopy.
Woof.
Thank you, Jill.
You know what I hate, man?
What do you hate, dog?
Cabbages, man. They are like lettuces that decided to go to the gym.
My cabbages!
They think that they're a big deal because their leaves are harder. Guess what? I don't like them.
Calm down, dog. You want anything?
For cabbages do not exist.
I meant to drink.
Please stop.
Oh, the big grizzly temple then.
I can do that. Long story short, they couldn't find this cat, and we called a pet psychic to like see what the fuck, and the psychic was like, yes, hold on. They were like, so they could see like the number 11, they could smell chicken, and there was something else, but I can't remember what the third thing was. And so they found, oh, here you go.
Wait,
Chill out. Should I finish the story?
What is this psychic?
B, just finish the story.
Sure. Basically, they found the cat under the car, and from like where you could see like the parking stripe, it looked like an 11, and our coworker's car had like some canes in it, and it could smell chicken. Like, oh yeah, because it was under their car that had the canes and it smelled like chicken, and we're like, hey yo, what the fuck? So apparently, pet psychics might actually have something going for them.
Who was the psychotic nutjob that got a pet psychic?
Well, it worked though.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it worked though.
Anyways, here you go.
Jeez.
Chill out for a bit, dog.
Orange?
Thanks, man.
Is that Yick in the background?
Yeah, it's Yick.
Bart, God.
Jesus.
Yeah. Do you have anything sweet? We're talking about drinks, right? Are you hitting on me? If that's how you want to see it. Let me see what I can get you. And make it big. Do you like them big, Miss Betty? It's not the size, but how you sell it. Gourmet food exists for that sole reason. Wise words. A big sugar rush?
Oh yeah,
I can't believe B was hitting on B.
as an alternate point of reference, imagine Jill with a fucking Kermit fucking puppet on her hand, making the drinks. All right, so let's see. So 4 aldehyde, 2 powder delta, and as much fucking karma train as you can pump into that thing.
Wait, formaldehyde?
You can do more.
That's the
wait,
max.
Oh,
That's the max.
Oh yeah, because you can only use 12 and yeah, alright.
Mm-hmm.
What's karma train?
Alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to
Maybe.
Well, that's how you get him fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Thanks. You know, I'm curious. What's the weirdest client you've ever gotten?
Probably me.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. There's many kinds of weird. Pick the first one that comes to mind. Well, there was this one guy that spent 30 minutes arguing with himself before ordering. That's not that weird. He came in wearing a velociraptor mask and wouldn't stop screaming. He left humming Moonlight Sonata afterwards. Oh, yeah, that's weird. At least he left a nice tip. Speaking of fuck, help.
Anecdotes.
Anecdotes.
You were on the right track.
Thank you. Can I ask what's your story with the enhancements? Why the interest? Because it seems like a personal thing. It doesn't sound like it's a question of ethics. And honestly, I'm really bored. Sure, I can entertain you a bit. Back when I was a college freshman, some friends of mine decided to get their hands enhanced. It was around that time we all started practicing surgery. They just wanted to bypass all the practice needed. And so, they hired the shady character that would supposedly hook them up. I only talked to one of them out of it. The others went off with the guy and got their hands chopped off. So this is one of those stories that ends badly, I'm guessing. Yeah, 4 girls underwent the shady surgical procedure. 2 lost their hands, and 1 was left in arthritic mess.
Arthritic.
Yeah.
You were on the right track.
Yeah, it's arthritic. You're right.
Yeah. Don't tell me, I use these medical terms. Anyway.
You might be right.
Shut up. The last one died on the operation table.
When was the last time you worked with a dog that had arthritis?
Oh, today, actually.
Oh, really?
We have a rehab center in our clinic, actually.
Oh, damn, shit.
So, yeah, I'm not too fond of enhancements. Especially if they're taking an effort to avoid effort. This culture of becoming better automatically with enhancements really gets on my nerves. That story sounds so familiar. Did that shady guy have a bleached mustache and tattooed black eyebrows? No, that's a word I don't know.
Electrolarynx.
He also talked using electrolarynx. You've seen him? No, but I remember news about the police catching someone who was performing illegal surgeries. Never thought I'd meet someone affected by him. It's a small world, isn't it? Well, I guess I gotta check on the dogs to see if they're fine. Sure, I'll keep serving them booze. Thanks for sharing that story. Yeah.
Accident.
AC, go.
I could do it.
Hey, man.
Oh, he's purple too.
Ever felt like time is moving too fast?
Tonight I'm feeling like it's not moving fast enough.
Lucky you.
Well, they say that if time feels like it's going by too fast, you're having a good time. What can I serve you?
I want a bad touch.
Sorry, coming right up. Stock. It's a bad touch.
Alright, let's see. Get some Bronson, we get some Powder Delta, we get some Flanagrade, and we got 4 of this bitch on the rocks. And we mix it.
Hearing that coming from AC's mouth also just made it a twinge more funny.
Oh, God.
Here you go. Have a good time out there.
Maybe you're right. Thanks.
Could I take the next dog?
Dog 5.
Alright.
5.
Bartender.
1
Brandtini, please.
Sure. Need a Brandtini.
I'm gonna assume you didn't cast these dogs.
No, I didn't know about these dogs. This is like on the site. It's that 1 aged mix. Bam.
Here.
Excuse me, the beer mouth's dirty.
Sorry, I'll change it.
Nah, leave it like that. You'd already ruined the Brandtini anyway.
Oh my god. Hey, bartender.
I just thought I wanted to get it 1 dog in.
Hey!
Tender, bar, tart, tender. Your job has a funny name.
Oh my god, he's wasted?
Yes.
You don't say.
They dumped
You're
so
a
much
cute
alcohol in
bartender. I swear, I could just eat you up.
Yeah?
Please don't. When did you get drunk? Oh, whoa, somebody Sadiki.
That's Randy.
Oh.
Oh, Randy.
I've been a little dizzy for a while now, but it just properly kicked in. Also, some of the dogs invited me for a drink. Except I'm not drunk. Right. Can you give me a small brandini? I'll definitely pay you money. But you don't have to pay me.
Whoa, Lindy, you're sounding like an Atari there.
My alpha male status can detect the static coming from the...
Shut up, dragon hooker. Aw, will you really buy me that drink? You're so lovely. Yeah, let's leave it at that. She wants a brandini, a normal one. I'm gonna start just yelling out, "Hey, Ori, she want a brandini!"
You're coming out.
Oh, Randy.
Oh, Rindy.
No,
To
I
us,
think
you
it-
sound like you are completely and utterly trapped in the static dimension.
No, because I'm not saying anything. I think it might be my phone is close to the mic and it's causing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice, I'm
Maybe I
fine.
just unplug it and plug it back in.
It definitely sounds like some kind of weird feedback.
You know,
Let me check
Purple
it.
haze.
Here.
you know.
Here.
I-
Shucks, this is smaller than I thought. And you're in no position to drink anything more than that thimble full. Maybe you're right. Hey, what made you become a veterinarian? I love animals. They're so cute, so funny, so huggable. I want to keep them happy. That's why I became a veterinarian. It's not always easy. But the knowledge that I've helped these cute, cuddly, squishy animals lets me sleep like a baby at night. Lovely. Speaking of love, have you ever been in love, Ranford? Haven't we all been in love at some point in our lives? Why? I need advice, and you look like a nice person. Sure, thanks. Actually, it's about someone who's really focused on his job, so I figured you'd understand. I see. Still, why do you need to know? How do you get the attention of someone like that? Of someone that's so hyper-focused on something that he disregards everything else? Taking an interest in whatever he's obsessed with is a good start, but there's really no science to this. Make him feel loved and special, just like you would with anyone else. You sure? He's like really, really, really obsessed. If he's a decent member of society, yeah, I see no problem with that. I hope you're right. I'm fresh off of a breakup and I seriously need a hug. Oh, yeah. How do I fix the fact that it's the guy? Beg your pardon? I'm not into guys, but this here is a guy. What do I do? Right, need to serve dogs, sorry. No need, we're leaving. Already? Don't worry, we'll come back tomorrow. Right. Thank God. God! God! Dog, damn it.
Done for the day, I'm guessing?
Yeah. You might want to get some insecticide or something to make sure we're not full of fleas. What does the health inspector think of this stunt?
The health inspector is too afraid to come to this part of the city, so I'll assume he's fine with it.
Right. Say, boss, you look tense.
Really? Weird.
So I'll call it a day here.
Thank you for your hard work.
You know, it's weird. He calls himself Dragon Fucker, but he's never even looked
Shut
at one.
AC, you
up.
really got to change that nickname before a Discord admin takes an interest in you.
Good evening.
Huh?
You look bum, boss.
Con?
Oh, she muted.
Sorry, dog problem.
Oh, I mean, it's
Don't make
fitting
me
for once. I think you're valid.
I guess. Starting tomorrow, there will be no more corgis in our bar. Why wouldn't I be sad?
Maybe because starting tomorrow there'll be no more corgis at the bar.
Damn, I didn't get a single one.
I wonder if the
There's
Shiba
one from
Appreciation
today.
Society might be interested in booking us.
One problem at a time, boss.
Wait, I know someone from the Pomeranian Development Institution.
One problem at a time. Still, you've been tense ever since Friday. You worried about Gil or something?
Gil.
Trust me, of all my worries, Gil is the least of them. Put on some music and enjoy the day, won't you?
Right.
Can you tell me if this cat is static?
Time to mix drinks and change lives. Oh, woo!
Here's the feedback.
Okay, then yeah. Weird.
That was nothing.
When my phone is doing nothing, for some reason still cut static. Whatever.
Tragic.
Odd.
Bartender, we meet again. Oh, Miss Betty.
Hello.
And Mr. Corgi Lover.
Call me Deal.
Deal.
Deal?
Deal. Wipe that satisfied look off your faces, you two. What can I serve you today? I'll have a beer.
I'm not the designated driver today, so give me a fringe weaver.
Alright, coming right up. I need one fringe weaver and one beer, Oring!
Yeah, I got you!
Yeah, I got you! Content.
Jeremy, you are high, the bartender. Wow.
Hey, AC, someone changed your name back to Kasabi.
That was him.
Alright,
That
so
was
here's the
him
fringe.
himself.
Here's the fringe weaver.
That was somebody else.
Hey, this ain't that bad of a bar. Hey, Big Dick, come on in here.
Jesus Christ, we will never be free of the case of silver.
Nope.
It's
Just
so,
as the shrimp
it's
is
such a
more-
weird fucking VN, but like it leaves a stain on your heart that doesn't go away.
Heart or soul,
That is the
Orange?
Better than a shadow.
The shadow of the silver case still looms.
Here. Thanks.
Thank you. You seem distracted.
Has serving so many dogs finally gotten to you? No, well, yeah, but it's not that. My boss has been acting weird since Friday. Weird how? Romantic weird, drug addict weird. Let's hope nobody finds out the body's in the fridge weird.
Wait, what?
Don't worry
For
about
starters, there's the fact that she only told me we were being booked moments before we opened. Plus, she seems completely distracted or lost in her thoughts. Like you. Worse. Oh. She's not being herself, and that makes me wonder if something's going on. Like what? Do you run a human trafficking ring in the basement? No, we don't have a license for that.
What?
Oh,
Don't worry
well,
about it.
thinking about it too much is not part of my job.
Can I ask you something about your job?
Sure.
I've always been curious. What does the BTC need in their need in their bartenders? What do you need to study?
They train you from scratch, so you don't have to study anything beforehand.
What does the training involve?
It's a lot of etiquette and regulation work. Most of our time, though, is spent in the simulators.
Whoops.
Simulators? No, you got it. Simulations. There we go. Simulations?
Right, simulations.
Different scenarios involving different chemical hazards, that sort of thing.
I was trained by playing video games.
They want you to be able to respond to every possible situation that might come up involving our ingredients. I mean, the chances for failure are really slim, but it's better not to take those chances.
I see.
I'll be back with you guys in a bit. I must attend to the other clients' dogs. That.
Oh, sure.
Bone, you're up.
They're not closing me, man!
He said Bone!
Oh, fuck.
Are you deaf?
What?
Said bone, not boot.
You wanna be a dog? Here you go, Bone, now's your chance!
They're chasing me, man!
Who?
The cabbages, man! The goddamn cabbages! They're everywhere! They are out for my rump!
You're... Never mind. Can I get you anything to calm down?
A big blue fairy would be nice!
Okay then. This dog wants a big blue fairy.
Just imagine Tokyo Morishima comes in, starts going on non sequiturs about turtles, dead people, and his birthday.
You know, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm worried if we keep doing the silver case references, we're going to be on par with Channel Awesome.
Oh god.
No,
It will be better than that.
Funny, but they're inside jokes that no one else is gonna get unless they've watched the
Who
silver case.
cares?
Who cares?
Listen,
but it's
the
only
real dedicated people who follow our streams will understand and laugh.
The real
Oh my
fans
God.
will love it.
Here.
We're just gatekeeping and girl bossing.
What was the third G?
Bone man?
Oh, sorry.
Thanks! Very nice of you!
Also, I appreciate the irony of this being called not the silver case, but we keep making silver case jokes.
Not the silver
We
case.
need to get it. We need to get it out of our system.
You know what we should, we should get...
Our fine robot does it.
Something the matter?
Nothing to drink yet, solve!
Oh, God.
Not sure about that, but it's hardly my job to preach sobriety. What do you want?
Give me a gut punch!
It sounds like your impression of that
Okay.
voice that Nora does.
I'm sorry, why do we need an M. Bison outfit?
This Fleabag wants a gut punch. Oh, Jesus Christ, are you good?
Oh, he's making a fucking Channel Awesome joke, god damn it.
Wait, who? Oh,
AC.
AC.
Age mix. There's a gut punch.
Here you are.
Thanks! Hey, you ever feel guilty for being born the wrong way? Wait, why am I the racist again?
Now,
Maybe I'm glad now.
Because you
I've
keep
been
on
hearing
grabbing
so
him.
much how we're racist, I'm wondering.
are you racist?
Not really.
Do you feel like the corgis might be?
Definitely. I mean,
Then why worry? It's not like they're calling you racist. You shouldn't take generalizations personally.
you might be right.
Man, you should have seen the cutie I saw yesterday on the way home. She looked like a cat boomer. She was wearing this mini dress and had the prosthetic eye.
Okay.
I thought you were against people using prosthetics.
I'm not against cute though.
Preach.
Besides, I'm not against prosthetics, only enhancements.
I don't see a difference between the two.
Alright, let me put it this way. If you lost an arm and replaced it with a mechanical arm, that does exactly what the older one did, I'm okay with it. But if you lost your arm and had it replaced with a gun-loaded super arm from hell, that's something I'm not okay with.
That sounds
Lame.
radical, though.
Yeah, but it's not practical in real life.
And even worse is if you decide to replace your arm because of fashion or a whim or to get better at some sport. That's completely not cool.
You just hear someone in the background yell, "Initiate Devil Gun Mode," and they both fucking die.
Con, if you're getting mugged in the cyberpunk future, you're gonna want a gun arm cyber from hell thing.
Look, if my arm gets chopped off, I'm putting a missile in the fist so I can do a rocket punch.
And I want to be able to
nice
surf on my
reference, you
rocket.
fucking nerd.
I want to be able to surf on my rocket punch off.
Oh, I thought you were making another reference. My bad.
Well, I'm sure
is in a lot of media.
Oh, is that a Kamen Rider? Look, that's a lot of different things, but I just remember the rocket punch from Metal Gear.
I was thinking about something from Ryukishi. Anyway.
Fuck me.
Rocket punch from Metal Gear is a Kamen Rider.
All right, keep it moving.
Anyways, that's the difference between a prosthetic and an enhancement. Replacement versus enhancement. I'm of a similar opinion about Lilium replacing their factory parts for kicks. If you think that's going to be an easy way of getting better at something, you're in for a bad surprise.
Well, I can see why you think that, but what's suggested to you, what she had wasn't an enhancement. If she had a bad eyesight, wouldn't that count as an enhancement, even if it fixes it? How does reparative work factor into your ideologies? Might be enhancements, but they also replace something faulty.
Well,
ideology destroyed.
Damn it, stop making sense, you piece of scrap.
Isn't that what makes sense?
That's probably fine. It's probably fine.
Maybe it's like a light A.
It's
It'd be
probably
in the
like
same
calling
line as calling us meatbag.
It's probably,
We haven't even gotten to the game, good god.
it's probably
For
just
real.
calling him like a dickhead. It's fine.
Resolve weekend.
Probably.
Yep, you're weakening my resolve. Having fun?
Oh, bartender. That was fast.
And there seem to be less dogs out today. At least dogs that want to drink.
Yeah, some of them made their tickets. Also, that guy up behind the bar keeps scaring them.
Lovely, I'll be the one dealing with that later. Say, what's your take on the whole enhancement discussion, bartender? My mom had a saying, anyone can make a chandelier out of their asses.
Yeah?
Which somehow means your body, your choices. They're not hurting anyone, I don't see the point of hating them.
See, Betty?
Hey, I didn't say I automatically hated anyone who has an enhancement. Me being against something isn't the same as me being against someone. I'm not some 12-year-old blindly hating someone because of something like that.
Maybe you should practice what you preach.
What does that mean?
I fear retaliation, so I'm not saying another word.
Are you two gonna order anything? I'm fine right now.
She's drinking mine, actually.
Alright. Call if you need anything else. Sure. Let's see.
Ow!
So much for avoiding retaliation.
AC!
Who's gonna avoid Dung Eater?
No. I want to do this one. I want to do this
The
one.
loathsome dung eater.
God damn it, Orange!
You're not going to believe me. I was in the bathroom, and I saw a dog looking at me from the top of the sink.
You mean the mirror?
No! A dog.
I see. What can I serve you?
You're not going to do anything about that other dog on the top of the sink.
I'm sure you just don't want to hurt anybody. Don't worry.
I hope you're right.
How are these dogs talking?
Because I can.
It's really sweet.
Okay.
There's a robot
Coming right
there.
up.
Why are you
This
hung
pup
about
wants
that?
something sweet.
We're giving him a sugar rush.
Oh, do they have translator callers somewhere?
They have later colors, yes.
I must have missed that if they said that.
Orange, why are you putting so much alcohol?
I'm getting this dog fucking destroyed.
There you go.
Thanks. Please think about the thing with that other dog on top of the sink.
I will, don't worry. Well then.
That was quick.
Like I said, there aren't too many dogs today. When I heard someone booked this for 3 days, I was expecting more of an attendance. While you were gone, this fellow here said that the Bleeding Jane is better than a pile driver. Please prove him wrong.
All I'm saying is I don't see the point in drinks that feel more like a kick in the mouth than a beverage.
So true.
What do you think, bartender? You think there's any point of discussing non-alcoholic drinks in a bar? Yes. In my opinion, people who order a bad touch always make me giggle like an idiot, though. It's not an opinion, that's a statement. Oh, well, please serve us either pile drivers or bleeding chains. And we'll let you decide which one is better. Coming right up.
Oh, two of any of those, so you have to make two of them. Alright. I think bleeding Jane's
Pile
pretty
driver.
cool.
Hey, what's the pile driver like?
So I haven't really figured out how this gameplay works. Like, is there anything that you can custom add, or do you have to follow by a strict recipe?
You can change the amount of alcohol, and for some things you can change the size too. You can have a small or a big one, like the beer.
And does that affect the game at all?
I believe so. I believe Betty here got drunk earlier, yesterday, because Orange server absurd amounts of alcohol.
Okay, so it
Yep.
does change dialogue options.
I believe so.
A bit, yeah. Jackpot!
You're actually video gaming this visual novel.
Oh, well.
How did you two end up discussing that? Well, it started when I told this guy that I wasn't as crazy about the idea of working just for corgis.
Why don't you like corgis? They're cute and fluffy and funny, and they just, make you smile.
Tell me one interesting thing about them.
They jiggle.
Legend said they were created by a fairy, and that their breed was raised but to fight dragons.
Really?
Oh,
I
you
don't-
have to
I-
be kidding.
I mean, they're watched, so it sounds believable.
No, actually, I heard that one too. Quickly, someone go to Google.
Alright,
Really?
what am I googling?
I'm on it.
Corgi dragon?
Really?
Oh, hold up.
Just say really, really quickly.
I did.
Okay. Still, I can't see why you're so tired of them.
Don't know. Maybe because I only ever deal with them at their worst. I've only seen them in their happy state. I'm the one wanting feces samples and unclogging their splinters if they eat their owner's dental floss. I might be their veterinarian, but they treat me more like a mom and not in a good way.
Oh my god, it's true!
It's like being a gynecologist.
Can
Yeah.
you send me that link, Con?
And after a while, you stop seeing boobs and vaginas. Instead, all you see are issues you must fix.
At least they are cute. There are cute issues.
Lie again. Depends. Gynecologists can't pick clients by age or preferences.
I was talking about your job.
Oh, yeah, that too. Still, I don't think it's so much that I'm tired of them as I'm tired of you being so obsessed with them.
I'm not obsessed. I'm passionate.
You sleep with a corgi plushie and you have a wall dedicated to the photos you've taken at the company.
I can relate to that. I also sleep with a corgi plushie.
Oh yeah, you have the bread one, right?
I have a yeast can. I have
Yeast can.
I have a big corgi with a scarf, and I have a gray corgi plushie that I sleep with.
I feel
Wow.
cartoon corgis are better than real corgis.
No, real corgis are really good.
Yeah,
I have not met one in real life.
then you're right.
I
I'm
just
really
had one at our clinic
passionate.
named Ein.
Man, my parents hate corgis.
Too much passion can be an issue, you know.
Speaking of issues, did you talk with the directors about the whole cardigan conflict?
I was gonna do that tomorrow when they're all together. But I still don't see why I should be the one doing it.
For starters, they don't take me too seriously.
Understandable. I don't take you too seriously either.
I mean, in the end, they're still dogs. They need someone with a strong, commanding voice.
Are you saying I have a naggy voice?
No, not your voice. Just your entire demeanor.
Not helping.
So I have a naggy demeanor. I'm assuming you two are talking about the whole race conflict.
The race war starts now!
Yeah, this is hurting them more than they think. The company might actually collapse at this rate.
Which is terrible because a couple of these dogs' families are dependent on their paychecks.
Doesn't that count as unethical and an unusual treatment of animals? It's a bit of a legal gray area. All the dogs are doing it willingly, after all. And even if they weren't doing it willingly, the dogs aren't actually being mistreated or exploited. In fact, the company's pretty relaxed. Speaking of relaxed, how's Jurgen doing?
He's fine. Still complaining about his back. Still unwilling to take his medicine. He says that he's not that weak.
Who's this Jurgen guy?
My guardian. I passed the test years ago, but I couldn't leave him.
That's actually commonplace, isn't it? Lilium being unable to leave their guardians because they feel too much like family. Now, to be fair, people get attached to many things. Some even get obsessed with inanimate objects.
Oops.
My grandpa loved his car more than any of his sons.
The one whose will left all his earthly possessions to his car, right?
Yeah, that one. How do you become a Lilium's guardian?
You fill a form with the Artificial Intelligence Council. Then they do a background check. If they deem you useful, they give you authorization. You're given a week's notice before they give you all that data about the Lilium you're taking care of. You have to watch over it until they can pass 3 different personality tests. If the Lilium wants to stay with you after that, that's your problem.
So, it's like adoption and the lottery all rolled into one.
They do that to diversify the possible outcomes. 2 Lilium can be of the same model, but they'll grow differently depending on their guardians.
What if something happens to the guardian?
A new guardian can appeal to the council, saying they're more fit for the position than the original. This happens when a guardian has become unavailable in some way. Or because you can back up claims of neglect or maltreatment.
And you spit out all that information like it's hard-coded into you.
I worked in that department for some time before coming back to the STC. Coming to the STC. It's almost a reflex. Are you interested in becoming a guardian, bartender?
I don't know. I'm just a nerd when it comes to AIs in general. The money they give you for it, it's not that great, though. I see. Well, time to check in on the dogs.
What's a Lilium again?
Money Lilium, they're robots.
AC, this is you.
Listen up here, punk. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a punk. It's just I was chasing my tail, and I'm too hyper to control myself. Sorry. Just give me anything.
Alright. If dog wants anything, wonder if it's safe to give him something sweet. You know who has not voiced a dog? Noir.
I did.
I had one, just not much.
Oh, it's been a while.
It has been a minute.
It's also been a while since me. Oh, wait, I actually voiced two. never mind.
Josh, you actually did voice a dog, did he?
Go, Money Shredder,
Yeah,
go.
he did.
Go, Money Shredder, go.
That is good. Very good. Very, very good. One more.
I hope one of these dogs starts speaking Zulu.
No, see, I can see the value of other dog races. Like Pomeranians. Those are nice, but they aren't corgis.
Well, yeah, I understand
I
that.
love pommies.
I mean, remember that cute girl from yesterday I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
The white knight that was with her, she wasn't half bad either.
White Knight?
I mean, it was obvious that a tapestry of muscle was hidden under her armor. I prefer more delicate-looking girls, though. You can appreciate how something looks, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily your thing.
And you, bartender?
Me what?
Which dog race do you prefer?
Oh boy.
It's not the question I was expecting. Not much of a dog person, actually.
Do you have any pets?
A cat named For. Yeah. He's just a stray I rescued. Do you like rescuing girls too? I'm sure I should be making a witty retort right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say no. Weird. I always thought the rescue fantasy was universal.
I call it 4.
For is a Lilium I met some time ago that... Never mind. Pretty lame name if you ask me. Better than calling it asshat.
Bet when you and 4 play, it's quite the sight, huh?
He's so lively that sometimes I fear foreshadows my presence lately entirely. You guys want to lose your consciousness that much?
You really need to calm down with the whole pun-hating stuff, Betty. But to move away from the whole foreground, what is this rescue fantasy you mentioned before?
You know, the one where wayward, dangerous souls redeem themselves through the power of love. The bad boy who turns away a life of crime. The drug-addicted girl who lives on the streets and turned tricked until she found a good man worth changing for. It's corny romance cliche 101.
Well, you're the one with the shelf full of old lady romance novels. I don't trust you on this.
Hey, Fabio the 13th is a national treasure.
You don't even like guys. Why do you read all the novels?
They're nice in theory. They let you put yourself in place of the main character quite easily.
Even if said main character is a muscular man?
I see no problem.
Just, what is your self-image?
If I can ask something else. What is it? Why do you hate puns so much? Many people cringe at puns, you know?
I'm cringing at the noise that Robert is making.
That too. Yeah, but you react like you have a vendetta against them. They made me feel stupid. What?
What?
When I was a kid, everyone in the house had a penchant for making puns at the drop of a hat. I was the only one who couldn't get them. Years later, I finally got them, and they weren't that funny! They made me feel stupid. All in the name of some terrible joke that wasn't even funny in the first place.
I've said this so many times I might as well just make a recording, but you chill out, Betty.
I am chilling out. Just because I complain about stuff doesn't mean I'm not relaxed.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Trust me, when I'm tense and angry, you'll know it.
I fear the thought.
Anyway, I'll go check on the dogs. I'm supposed to be their doctor and they're acting suspiciously quiet.
Be careful.
You want anything else?
I'll have a bloom light, actually. Actually, make that 2, please.
Sure. You asked for 2 bloom lights!
I'm on it!
Wait, that's the voice you gave Conway?
That's the joke I always made, that he sounds like Kermit. But he's actually, not Conway, Orange is mute. So he doesn't actually sound like anything.
Does
Orange
have an official name?
Gotta
Akira.
age it.
Yeah. Wait, Kamui is an official name?
No, Kamui from,
The main character is
A not silver case Valhalla stream.
original Silver Case man is named Akira. The guy from 25th Ward is literally just called Kamui, though. On the rocks, aged, and bam. I mean, yeah, but his full name is Kamui Uehara. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Da-da-da.
Here.
Thanks.
Say, you two seem to get along quite well.
Well, when you are the only sentient humanoids in the entire company, it kinda happens.
Sentient?
We have a couple of test mannequins and cardboard cutouts, so...
I see. Seems like there's more to it than just that, though. I mean, even if you two are the only ones of your kind, you can still hate each other.
Well, I guess I'm one of the few that can stand Betty. She's a really nice person, but she doesn't sugarcoat things.
Yeah, I can see that.
You should see her treating those dogs. She becomes so patient and understanding, even if it's only for a little while. The dogs don't call her Mom to mock her.
Can dogs mock people?
I don't know.
Even if it's only for a little while.
You were eavesdropping?
So you can say nice things once in a while.
You say like I'm the aggressive one here.
It's nice hearing people say good things about you once in a while, you know?
You should take your own advice.
Maybe some other time. I'm not a hug box.
Anything happened?
The dog in the bathroom got angry at his reflection in the mirror and charged into it. Luckily, nothing bad happened. It just made a dog very confused. How the hell did they get on top of the sinks? And they're surprisingly agile, even with those stubby little legs.
Oh yeah, I ordered you this.
Thanks.
By the way, Betty, how's Veronica?
We broke up last month.
What?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, that was an Archie joke, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, things were not going so well. We got too used to one another. Everything was starting to become routine. We decided to break up before things got bitter.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Why? Did you want to turn the Betty Mobile? I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to trouble you. And after a while, it stopped feeling like it was something relevant to say.
Please don't do that again. Try trusting me.
Yeah, you're right. You know what bothers me? The fact that asking after someone's healthy always feels like you're walking on the floor full of glass shards. There's always this chance that the other person's not okay or even dead. And what started as a legitimately fun moment can go sour. Yeah, you're right. Sorry for not trusting you, you old piece of scrap.
Don't worry. I understand why you did it.
Hey, now that I think about it, you sure hang out with us a lot for a bartender. Well, dogs can only be so interesting, and besides, there haven't been as many dogs today. Is my presence unwanted? Not at all, especially since you're the one bringing the booze.
You're like those cab drivers that like to chat all the way. Bet you smell better than most of them.
Thank you. The funny thing is that we're unofficially associated with the local taxi line. And they're the ones that send drunkards to their homes. You seem to really like talking to your clients. Like it's the best part of your job or something. It kinda is. I used to sit around in crowded places like malls or bars and think to myself, each and every person here has a story. It's a humbling experience. Everyone has dreams, fears, and loved ones. If you dig deep enough, you'll realize that the gap between two random people isn't as big as you think it is. In fact, it's quite small. And in this job, you get to hear all kinds of stories. Some people just blurt it all out, and some do it while drunk. To know that no matter how similar they might seem at first glance, no two people are alike, it's fascinating. And you could be a powerful information broker with all that knowledge. Not interested. I like to see myself more as a friendly ear than someone you need to be wary of. I guess there's still decent folks out there.
I'm not decent.
You're critically obsessed with dogs. I'll go check on if there's any other dogs who need something.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Quick, a bear!
Okay.
Joshy, please.
My ears!
Wait, what? Sorry, I'm editing. What?
Do the doggo.
Oh, well, the robot already took him.
Next dog goes to Joshy, how about that?
Yeah.
I don't want that guarantee because I don't want to take a dog with a weird ass name.
Here.
I like that. That was his first concern, not that it'll be another racist dog.
Why did
It's
you
okay,
break-
I can voice the race.
I
Why did
made
you break the
breakfast!
glass?
Get it? Because you made the drink fast and I broke it and
Go.
tough crowd.
Suddenly I understand the hate for puns. Hey, Bat Render. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Your job has a funny name. You don't say. How is she already drunk? She drank way less than she did last night.
Yeah, but you drank a bottle before coming here.
Why?
I wish I knew. It's an example of her alcohol tolerance, though.
Bra Denter, I want to make a toast to my good friend the robot here. Probably the only person, robot, thing that can stand my yapping for more than half an hour. Without him, my job would be 5 times more boring and my life would be 2 times more meaningless. Cheers! You're not holding a drink. Then give me one. Ben Trader, isn't that your job? I need a beer, a big one. Alright.
I always heard from when you're pre-gaming, you don't want to pre-game too much or else you're gonna just get to the bar and be totally drunk there.
Absolutely.
So it is
What
a
is
thing.
pregame?
When
It's
you
where
drink before you get to the
go out.
party, bruh.
Oh.
Alright, cheers.
It's when you pound a forward
I
load.
said
They head up
cheers.
the eye bar.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good. Good though.
Grumpy when sober and a sweetheart when drunk. I think she's been like this since her university years.
You make it sound like those were a decade ago.
I guess I'm liking the taste of alcohol, but what's so good about getting drunk?
First of all, I'm not drunk.
You're too happy.
I'm a happy person.
When drunk.
Anyways, it's something you just can't explain. You just like it. Your body needs it, craves it.
It's called being an alcoholic.
I prefer the term alcohol enthusiast.
You're a wine mom?
Hey, that'd be hidden actually. Anyway. Anyway, humans actively look for things that make them feel lightheaded. Why else would they leave some poison and potentially poisonous foods like that weird balloon fish thing?
You just feed it a carrot beforehand, it'll be fine.
Why would they eat spicy food or drink fermented milk? Who's out here drinking fermented milk?
Ew.
Seriously. How crazy does someone need to be to say, hey, let's eat this and see what happens? Or shit, they even found medicine among all that junk. The ones that invented penicillin was probably the worst of them, all of them.
Fair enough, but see, there's proof you're drunk. If you were sober, you would just say, hell if I know.
Silly robot. Now that I think about it, what kind of robot are you?
Lilum.
Willem always sound too feminine. Okay then, what manner of piece of scrap are you?
You don't know?
Never cared, but now I'm curious.
Oh well, you won't remember tomorrow. I'm a DTO-1D, the social development robot.
Is that like the DFC-72s?
No, DFC-72s are designed to be as physically human as possible in order to blend in with humans better. My line is more tailored for resilience. We are work, Lilum.
Why must you be cursed to the only one Why must you be cursed to only one destiny from the moment you're born? You can do whatever you want, silly robot. Follow your dreams.
I know, I'm already doing it. Being created or hardwired for one duty only means you're more adept at certain things. Giving robots freedom of choice, that's the whole purpose of the ADN laws.
Yeah, but you say you're resilient, but you don't look the part.
True, I never upgraded my muscles, but I can stand up to 200 degrees Celsius without breaking a sweat.
Liam can sweat.
Cooling agents, yes.
No matter, you're still special to me no matter what kind of robot you are.
Lilum.
No matter what kind of piece of shit you are.
Speaking of special, how come it isn't illegal to marry a dog yet?
Why?
There's sapient
Excuse me.
beings apparently.
Excuse me,
please.
what?
If humans are allowed to marry robots, I meant Lilim. should be allowed to marry dogs too.
Check,
So,
please.
wait. So they are sapient beings. They can apparently consent in this world. So as
We are
weird
not
as it
discussing
is,
the ethics of this.
I don't want an image in my head.
They passed the
Ooh,
Harkness
bartender.
test.
Bone, shut up. Or kick you out of my bar. Action day.
She'll have a orange kick you out.
I'm thinking, dog, can you give me the strongest shit you got?
That's me, I think. This guy here wants to bang a dog. Mock him. Laugh at him. Excuse me.
I do not. I was just saying that if humans are now allowed to marry Lilim, why shouldn't they be allowed to marry animals?
Because first of all, they're not humanoids.
What about monkeys then?
Not touching it.
That's how you
And
get
now you
eight.
want to bang a monkey.
Oh.
I do not.
And second of all, dogs, just like many other animals, can't give you consent, Bone.
But look at these dogs. Sure, they have the cognitive abilities of 7-year-olds, but they can't talk, drink booze, and argue.
That's worse.
Oh.
So now you want to bang a 7-year-old. We have a regular here who'd be delighted to hear that.
Stop it!
Remember, Lilium human marriages are only sanctified after the Lilium achieve full sentience. And even then, they use marriage as a way to evolve the collective source. Besides, dogs don't really love us that way. Trying to apply human ideas like marriage to a dog is like trying to feed vegetables to a carnivore. You get me?
So true.
Says the ex-vegetarian. Why only so smart when drunk?
I'm not drunk. But anyways, if you want to screw a dog or a chimp or a 7-year-old, go ahead. Just don't bring marriage or infants into the whole deal. But if you even start thinking about doing the horizontal mambo with a 7-year-old, please seek some mental help.
But I don't want to bang dogs, or monkeys, or 7-year-olds!
Well, thank God. And then why did you suddenly start talking about dog-human marriage?
It's just... I was thinking about all these dogs in tuxedos, and... started picturing a dog in a bridal dress. I mean, just try and picture that.
And I am the drunk one. Wait, I'm not drunk. Why would I say that? Then again, when you get drunk, you only get dizzy. Do you have a limit, as in a limit to how much you can drink before passing out?
No, I just get disoriented to the point I'm effectively useless, but I never pass out. Maybe if I passed out, I wouldn't have to deal with all the shit that follows. I'll have to wait at least 24 hours before the effects pass. One has to wonder why they gave all those human flaws to Lilim.
I read something about that. It said that by giving Lilim the same kind of weaknesses as humans have, they would develop the same way humans do. So that's why they also bite their lips randomly when eating.
Ready? That's a fantastic edit. Can you put Akira's face like slightly visible in the background of Jill?
Hold on. I'll see what I can do.
Seems like it. But it makes me wonder exactly how atomically correct are you?
That's something I know and you don't.
Any of you want anything else to drink? Yeah, I want...
Nothing. You're drunk enough as is.
You're not my dad. You can't tell me what I can and can't do.
Beatrice Albert, stop drinking right now.
Her name is Beatrice.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Mom.
Now go sleep in the car. We're almost done here.
But, Mom...
Go.
Bye, bad nursery. Bye, Miss Betty.
It actually worked. If I didn't know she wouldn't remember anything tomorrow, I'd be afraid of retaliation. Although I'm curious, why do you call her Miss Betty? You sound like a teacher or something.
Etiquette? I don't know. And there's also something about her that makes it feel right to call her that. Maybe it's the forehead.
I see. Well, I gotta get things ready, if you'll excuse me.
Good luck. One for Josh, one Joshy for the road.
Joshy.
Hey.
We're closing.
Damn it!
Man, there's another dragon fucker in this.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
a
can I be the next dragon fucker?
We got all the dragon fuckers in the cab. We are taking our leave, bartender. Thank you for providing such great service and such short notice.
It's my job. You were interesting too.
Well, thank you. We should tell our associates about the wonders of this place.
Thank you, and please come again.
Oh, I thought he worked here.
We sure will.
Send my regards to Miss Betty.
Gladly. See you later then.
Bye.
all done.
Yep. Seems like we got some new regulars.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they came back. Or that Lil's still here when they want to come.
I've been acting weird all weekend. Boss, are you okay?
I am, but the bar is not.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess you have the right to know. The BTC sent me a message on Friday. Valhalla hasn't been bringing in much income these last few months. Which means that we are at the risk of being wiped off the map.
I can't believe the Bitcoin company is about to bankrupt.
Why does it automatically go to Bitcoin? Why not
Because
NFT?
BTC. Why would it be NFT? It's already, it said BTC. That is the sign for
Goodbye,
Bitcoin.
Miss Bartender.
And now we're doing the demo.
Wait,
So
there's
there's actually, so this is December 12th. This is actually before the prologue, but whatever, it doesn't matter that much.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I think this is the day after the prologue.
The prologue said February. This is December 12th.
Are you sure?
No, the prologue
No,
said
it's
December.
December 9th.
It for sure said
Wait, no.
December.
Well, hey, what do you know? It's actually the day after the fucking thing. Okay.
Jeez. Man, such a slow night. At least I'm not serving dogs. Normally this would be where a dog shows up with a cheap punchline. I guess not. Speaking of dogs, I wonder where the hell's Skill?
Bored?
Ah!
Sorry, did I wake you up?
I wasn't sleeping, my eyes were open.
You went to college, right? You should know having your eyes open means nothing. Don't worry, I don't blame you. It's been a really long time since we had such a slow night. In fact, I think the last time we had a night this slow was before you started working here.
Really?
Yeah, it happened when Robert was still working here.
Who?
My first employee. Poor idiot bought a levitation potion and threw himself off a building.
Wait, potion.
Oh.
That is, I believe that is a Morrowind reference. Am I wrong, AC?
So in Morrowind, it was a spell book. Though a very similar event does happen at the very beginning of Morrowind.
As it turns out, the potion actually worked.
Come again.
He started rising in the air, and couldn't stop. They later found his body smeared across the nose of a commercial flight that was on its way to Pennsylvania. But anyway,
Should you really dismiss that so easily?
we didn't have a single client that night. Not even a lost soul asking for directions. Then suddenly a kid shows up. He was obviously underage, but I was bored, so I decided to let him order something. I gave him one Carmentine free drink. I mean, even if I was letting him, or I wasn't about to give alcohol to an underage boy. And then when the time came for him to pay his tab, he realized he didn't have enough money. He then yanked his shirt over his head, started screaming he's a ghost, and tried to escape. So I kicked him so hard that he flew out of the bar and told him ghosts shouldn't feel pain.
Assault.
Boss, did you really kick an underage kid?
Of course not! I just gave him a warning and made him wash a couple of dishes. The fact you even thought for a moment I would kick a young innocent child hurts me to no end, you know?
That's a very good edit, Rindy. Thank you.
Anyway, just keep it up. Someone will show up sooner or later.
Sure hope so. Hold on, and come to think of it, aren't Gil's checks made out to Robert?
No.
Oh, well, at least that story killed a couple of minutes. Jesus Christ, who just died in the bar?
Robert, please stop building barriers.
I think I'll...
Oh, that's not me. I'm on push.
I don't
That's
know.
my chair. Apologies.
Robert,
Oh,
alright,
jeez.
please stop trying to get the Regional Adjustment Bureau to stop trying to assassinate you.
Oh, I said I want push to talk.
No, I
You said
said
the orange.
there. I said orange.
Are you deaf to names today?
I accidentally said Robert
Anyways.
for a
Continuing!
half
Let's sort out the glasses here or something. Huh. You had a fedora-shaped glass?
Anybody here?
Sorry, I'll be right... Ah, ouch!
Are you okay?
Oh, dude.
I'm fine, yeah. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you?
Something wrong?
Are you sure you're old enough to drink?
Well, seeing I'm old enough to eat solid food, I'm gonna guess that drinking would be a problem.
You know that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm old enough to drink. I turned 29 not too long ago, actually.
GG's, you know what I mean?
Still don't believe me? What do you need me to give you?
I must be sleep deprived or something. What's this deja vu feeling, though? It's fine, don't worry. What can I get you?
I feel like having a sugar rush.
Sure, coming right up. She wants a sugar rush, but she looks too young, though.
So we all saw that static on her, right?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Should I give her alcohol?
That is up to you, my good sir.
I'm not gonna give her alcohol.
Yeah, good call, maybe not.
Here.
Thanks! Hold on. This doesn't have any alcohol, does it?
Nope.
You really think I'm underage, don't you?
Yep.
I'll have you know I'm old enough to get pregnant.
That's sadly not relevant here.
Ugh! On second thought, this is actually good. Don't underestimate me. You really think I look that young?
I do, but not young enough to be considered underage.
Then why don't you give me alcohol?
Because I want to mess with you.
Mess with a client? Do you usually do that?
Only if it looks like they might take it in their stride. But still, why are you so angry at the idea that I might think you look young?
That's,
I mean, the only people who don't like being mistaken for someone younger are young people.
And Rindy.
But to be
I
fair,
recently turned 21, just like her. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you were 60.
You're 24.
but to be fair, you still look older than 95 of our regulars.
That only you serve drink to people who look like they're 13 years old or something?
Yep.
Yeah!
Alright, let's get this out of the way. Please show me your ID.
Sure.
Seems like everything's in order, Miss Anna Graham?
I get it.
Anna Graham. I've never heard that name before.
Go ahead. Just trying to make a joke I haven't heard yet.
I'll politely refuse.
No, I'm serious. Go ahead. People think that it's too easy, so they never make jokes about my name.
I'm still gonna politely refuse.
You're no fun. So what's your name, Miss Bartender?
My name?
You saw my name. I have the right to know yours.
Fair enough. I'm Jill.
Jill what?
Just Jill.
Yeah, but what's your full name?
Just call me Jill.
Fine, I'll just pretend Jill's a way of saying your name is actually Joanna Ignatia Laurent Lone. Actually, I'll just short it to Joe.
Whatever floats your boat.
Say, Joe, this place looks awfully desolate.
Joe, she says. It's been a slow day. A really, really slow day. I'm actually glad you showed up. I was getting bored as hell. I mean, it's not like we're always bustling with activity, but this is unusual even for here.
So I take it this isn't a popular place then?
We have our regulars, but we're not like a bar in the main street.
Still, I like this place. It's comfy and, I don't know, makes me feel safe.
Weird. I mean, I feel that way too, but this place usually gives off the opposite impression. Can't blame them though, this isn't exactly the best part of the city.
That's a shame. I like how isolated this place feels. You can't hear the sounds of the city in here. It's nice. But then again, you could say I have some experience with isolated places. But it might just be nostalgia.
Nostalgia, huh?
Speaking of coming in here, now to think about it, you didn't ask for my ID when I first came in. Why didn't you do it if you were so suspicious?
Well, firstly, I was bored.
Figures.
And second, I felt like you were of legal age.
How?
We got a lot of kids coming in thinking they can get away with ordering a drink, but they're too nervous or jumpy. I don't usually give drinks to kids like that. They don't know what they're dealing with.
What if they're not like that, but still underage?
If they at least look like they're above legal age, I'll be able to live with myself, I guess. I won't give them anything if I know they're still kids, but hey, I'm bound to be fooled sometimes.
So I'm guessing I wasn't jumpy?
Yep.
I see. Hey Joe, now that I can drink legally, can I get another one?
What do you want?
Give me something sweet.
Sweet? Sure. Now try again, but with alcohol.
Yeah, sure. I'll just give her a fucking sugar rush with a bunch of fucking alcohol.
Get her crunked!
Oh, you like alcohol so much? Let's see how you handle it then.
So is Carmo the alcohol?
Yeah.
Yeah. One sweet drink.
Thanks! You know, if all drinks were like this, I'd be afraid of turning into an alcoholic.
Please don't joke about that.
How can you say that? You're a bartender!
The bartender doesn't want her clients to become alcoholics. Just like how personal trainers don't want their trainees to turn into steroid junkies.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Those one's really nice. Hey Joe, you drink?
I suppose, yeah. It'd be weird for a bartender not to drink, you know?
I don't know. I met dentists with bad teeth. Bartenders who don't drink totally would make sense.
That's silly. It'd be like a vegan chef running a barbecue restaurant.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a matter of whether you can eat or drink or whatever. It's just that you're making. It's more like, why do you do it if you don't like it?
Is it past your bedtime, B?
No, I can't read.
Yeah, I guess you can't read. I guess that's true. A dentist might have bad teeth, but he could still like working in dentistry. Why bother bartending if you don't like alcohol? Wow, I immediately shot myself in the foot.
Let's
Holy
talk
shit.
about it, buddy.
Look, it's the repeating words. They fucked me up.
Man, you have some great hand-eye coordination with all that word juggling you're doing.
Yeah.
Is that how you made the fucking Ed and Nettie noise at like the intro? No. I said the Ed and Nettie intro noise and you knew exactly what it was.
I just noticed you haven't said my name yet.
I haven't... What?
Aside from when you read my ID out loud, you haven't said my name. Meanwhile, I've called out yours like a gazillion times now.
The wrong name, though. Well, I haven't had the need to say your name.
Come on, hear me. Say my name.
Why?
Say my name! Say my name! Say my name!
Anna.
One more time.
Anna?
Yes! Now, one more time.
Nana. Happened again. Maybe I need glasses? And then there's that feeling again. Did I see some glitch out in the past?
Oh, come on.
Why did you want me to say your name?
I like hearing people call me by my name. It feels personal and fuzzy.
Yeah, but asking people to say your name like that is a bit...
Quirky?
Creepy.
I don't know about that. There was a certain someone who would wake me up in the morning saying my name. Your name is important. Once you know someone's name, the gap between that person and you disappears. Once you give names to things, you start seeing them as important members of the family. So what if it's creepy? It's still nice.
Stop calling me Joe and using my name then. Say, Anna, can I ask you something?
You call me by my name, so sure.
About your arm.
What about it? Oh yeah, I'm lacking one. Did saying the word creepy remind you of its absence?
Oh! Actually, I've been waiting. Damn it. I've been wanting to ask about it since you came in.
At least be uncomfortable for a second. I'm trying to get a rise out of you. Yeesh. So what is it? How did I lose it?
Not too personal.
It isn't. I'm actually proud of this tale.
Why?
You're looking at a proud survivor of nanomachine rejection.
Nanomachines.
Really? I thought that was something doctors detected while a fetus was still in the womb.
Yes and no. There's actually two types of nanomachine rejection syndrome. The first one is the most common, but usually detected while you're still a fetus. That's when they turn you into a cat boomer. The other one can sometimes appear in your teenage years. It's incredibly rare, but it's still possible.
So that arm...
Nanomachine rejection basically causes your body to attack itself. Tissues start ripping apart, your organs malfunction. I was lucky. In the end, all I lost was an arm and a handful of toes. Get it? A handful because I lost 5! Anyway. I have a prosthetic arm, but it's in maintenance right now.
I see.
It's a bit weird to be without it. I still feel like it's there. Just a couple of hours ago, I tried to grab something and I just stood there, thinking that the arm was doing something. But anyway, mind getting me another drink? I can keep talking about my stump after that.
Right. What do you want?
Let's try something... classy. It's weird being in a bar and not asking for a fancy drink.
Alright. He asked for something fancy, something classy.
We're getting her a bad touch.
Oh my god.
Oh, why not a cobalt velvet?
But how can she... But you
It's
can't even
classy!
do that. She
It'll be
doesn't have an arm.
funny!
Are you mocking this woman? She can't give people bad touches now?
Here.
This looks expensive, alright. I'm starting to have second thoughts right now.
Just drink it.
I can't believe we support ableism.
I'm starting to feel dizzy. That's nice.
Is it?
Wow, my head's spinning! Of course, spent so much time in hospitals and whatnot, but now I'm just living my life, you know? I want to feel the good and the bad. No more being forced to sit quietly in a quarantine room.
Yeah, I can get that. Wait, quarantine?
Type 2 nanomachine rejection patients are put in special chambers, feel free from the nanomachine particles in the air. That prevents them from being assimilated and aggravating their whole situation. To be fair, not all memories of that chamber are bad. I mean, I did spend 3-4 years in one of those places.
Really? That long?
Well, I didn't go for the genetic level treatment, so it was longer, and a lot less expensive. I'm not gonna complain, though. I'm alive thanks to all that. have to live with that with so many fond memories too.
You alright, Orange?
Yes.
So that's what you meant with the whole I'm feeling nostalgic in isolated places thing.
So the second I acknowledge it, then it starts hitting me too.
I think this might just be because of the speed of which the words are appearing.
Yep.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just dizzy. Hey, Joe. If I ordered 2 drinks, would you be willing to share one with me?
Come again?
To be honest, talking about the treatment and all that made me feel a bit lonely. Sorry if it's not something you can do, but I had to ask.
Not something I normally do, but... what the hell? Sure.
Really? Yay! Alright then, I want a piano man and a piano woman.
On it. Ah yes, the 2 genders, piano man and piano woman.
3 genders, piano man, piano woman, and file driver.
That's fucking.
So,
that's
so kids, when a piano man and a piano woman have a bad touch.
I fucked it up. Whoopsies. 2 aldehyde, 3 Bronson, 5 power delta, 5 Flannegrade, 3 Carbotrain, all on the rocks and mixed. What the fuck?
Yeah, fucked it.
2 aldehyde, 3 Bronson extract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. On the rocks. And mix. There we go. I don't know how the fuck it fucked up last time. And then a woman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Aged man mixed. There we go.
2 drinks.
Which one do you want? Do you prefer the man or the woman?
I'm fine with either, really.
Okay, I'll pick the woman then. Cheers!
Alright, this is getting weird.
I said, cheers!
Oh, cheers.
Yeah!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess I'm fine. I'm just dizzy and sad.
Sad?
I miss Lynette.
Lynette? Who?
She and I were the only patients with Nanomachine Rejection syndrome in the hospital. We were together every day. When it was time to eat, she was there. During visitation hours, she was there. Whenever I slept, whenever I cried, whenever I laughed, she was always there. I lost my arm, she told me I could have hers as compensation. I could use it however I wanted.
What happened to her?
Tokyo flu. Something went wrong with her immune system and the flu started kicking in. They tried to rush part of her treatment to reduce the symptoms, but it made the nanomachines go wild. It eventually got to her brain and...
I see. Sorry to hear that.
The worst part is that if they left her as she'd been, I might have been able to spend an extra year or so with her. But all that work only got her killed sooner. I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. She just vanished.
That's tough.
I miss her every day, you know? I say I want to forget her, but the truth is that I just want this pain to go away. It's been 2 years and I still feel the pain. Every second is just a second without her. It can get so lonely. Sorry, am I making you uncomfortable, Joe?
You're not. Don't worry.
Still, sorry about that. I'm just... We had so many plans about what we do after we left. We were so close to being together without the pesky nanomachine rejection. And it's not fair, you know? Why do I get to be here while she doesn't? I try to enjoy life as much as I can. Enjoy it for the both of us. But it doesn't seem enough. What do you think?
What do I think?
What is Ridley's cat?
Well, I think about my grandpa.
Your grandpa?
He was a harsh guy, really sincere, but not one to mess with platitudes. It's not like he had a lot of enemies, but many people were cautious around him. But once he died, I never heard a single bad comment about him. Not even from those who used to badmouth him every now and then.
Really?
Well, the best thing about death is that after you die, all the wrongs you've ever committed feel meaningless. It really makes you think about how petty some things can be.
Yeah.
On second thought, that doesn't have much to do with what you said, does it? But what I'm trying to say here is, don't try so hard. Just live, you know? Be grateful that you have a chance. I know what you're feeling right now, but you'll get better. Eventually all that you'll remember is the happy moments.
I hope so. Sounds like you and your grandpa were close.
He was my best friend. Losing him was quite the blow.
Do you have any regrets in regards to him?
I guess not. I mean, it's not like I had a dramatic goodbye or anything like that. He died in a hospital bed while I was at home. But, I don't know. I never had a heated discussion with him, so I don't have that problem. Sure, there's always a bit of, I wish I could have told him this, but that's bound to happen regardless of who you're talking about. Did you leave Lynette after a fight or something?
No, of course not.
Then you're luckier than most people.
Oh.
What I mean is, whenever you feel depressed, remember that she left your life while you're both on good terms. Whenever you feel down, just try to hold on to that.
Yeah, I can try that. Cheer me up a bit somehow. Thanks.
Anytime.
I should be leaving now. Thanks for the lovely night, Joe.
If you feel lonely again, just come back.
I will.
Well, that was an entertaining diversion. Ah, boss, what happened?
I came to ask you that.
Eh?
You just spent an hour talking to yourself.
No, I didn't. There was a girl called Anna here.
There was nobody here. I was actually coming to tell you we're gonna close for the night, and there you were, chatting with the thin air. A spirited talk, too.
That can't be. She paid for her drinks.
The registry says the money came from your account.
But all the drinks I served her.
You mean the liquid that someone who is definitely not going to be me has to clean off the floor?
But I...
Jill, you're worrying me. Are you okay? The last thing I need is another employee who talks to herself.
Yeah, I'm fine, I just... Are you sure there wasn't anyone else here?
I even checked the security cameras. You were here by yourself this whole time. Maybe you're tired. You probably were just sleep-talking really intensely or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, I'll drive you home. Maybe you just need a rest.
Yeah. What the hell just happened?
You were talking to a gay ghost!
And
then,
that
yeah.
is Valhalla. Thanks for playing.
That's the bonus content. We're gonna be doing the actual game next time.
Let me use the rest. Oh, we're done. For real. Awesome. Are we starting?
Yeah, no, it's almost midnight.
Oh, it is almost midnight. Your time.
Right, so sometimes I look to my other monitor during prologue dialogue. Apparently, she glitched out.
Yeah, she glitched out a couple times. Oh.
In what way?
Like
a glitch.
Yeah, she glitched.
Just like a glitch effect on her character sprite.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, was it like her eyes? Did it have white noise in her eyes or some shit?
No, it just glitched.
Have you seen what the spelled drinks look like?
I would need to relook.
Never mind.
Yeah, like there's only so much I can look at the screen whenever it's just the same image with just lip flaps. I am still listening though.
It's still very compelling. I like this.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Huh. But yeah, so next time we'll get into the actual game.
Hooray!
Because that was funny enough, that was all like the bonus content that got gradually released over time, but it's all like prequel material. So so yeah.
Apparently Jill is crazy, but also hot.
Oh,
I wonder if I will ever see her actual body in this game.
I want everyone to take a guess who's my favorite in this game.
Jill?
Josh, you've been introduced to like 4 characters so far. 5.
Yeah, Jill's my favorite.
Jeez.
I want her to sit
I
on
mean,
my
you played
face.
through it, right?
10+ if you want to count all of the little corgis.
Alrighty then. Well, that'll do it for right now.
Wait, Joshua, you played through the entire thing, right?
Yeah, I did.
Alright.
Most of it. I as again, I will state, and it's been stated, serving different drinks can deliver different outcomes. There's dead ass an outcome that I did not know that was possible.
Wait, Anna's on the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, there she is.
The demo.
Alright.
Anna might show up again.
I mean, if she's on the cover, unless that's like, did the cover change? Is that a feature on the
No,
Switch?
that's just she's just there.
That's just the cover.
Anna
she's even on the cover for the
Anna is
game on
kind of the
Steam.
scrunkly of this game.
Alright.
She's not even okay. I mean, not much of a spoiler. She's not even in it that much.
But yeah, that'll do it for right now. We will go forward with the actual game next Wednesday.
Yay!
All right. See you later.
Oh no, because Monday is
Monday is
other
Flower, Sun, and
non-clinical
Rain.
day. Okay. Dang. Okay, got it. And then Friday.
Listen, I need my Suda. I need it.
Sir, you have an addiction.
Sun and Rain?
Monday.
I have to know what happens in between the two games. So yeah, that's it for right now. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Subscribe.